And then what do we do the month before?
258.
Oh, close.
256.
Wasn't it
260?
257, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so last month was the first time we got up to 250,000. That was like a huge goal of ours. 250,000 we've never been able to do. So every month this year, you know, January, February, March, April, May, we got up to 250. So that was a huge goal of ours that we attained. And this month, you know, we kind of went down. Okay, 204,000. It's actually the lowest since December of last year. Okay. And you know, sometimes I say, hey, you know, compared to last year, we did this, and now this year is this. I like to do that a lot. So we had 204,000 in June of 2019. You know where we're at? You guys probably don't remember this. We were actually at 200,000. That was like the first month we did 200,000, I think, last year. So that's also not a big difference too. Usually sometimes it's like, yeah, we only did 180, now we're at 240 or 250. Big gap there, we're getting better. I feel like we have a better team this year. Individually, we should all be better, but it's not much of an improvement from last year too. So kind of going the wrong direction. So I want to ask you guys, do you think I'm happy?
No.
No?
Not that much.
Do I seem not happy or?
I don't know, you didn't smile today.
I'm not smiling enough? Well, to make it very clear for you guys, okay, I'm very happy. Okay, very happy. You know why? Okay, my parents are healthy, right? My kids are healthy.
Oh, this is a trick question?
No, it's just, no, my question was, am I happy? Do you guys think I'm happy?
Clarify, like in general.
In general, in general. Even with our numbers, I'm happy. 204,000, I mean, agencies will kill for that. Okay, we're profitable, everyone's making money. We have some new people here that are contributing. We have Maite that joined us. We're going the right, even though our numbers wasn't good, I'm still very happy, very grateful, very positive. Okay, there's no reason for me to be unhappy. Bless you.
Thank you.
Very unhappy because it's like, you know, we're still number one in the nation now. Okay, we get to work. You know, a lot of companies don't get to work. A lot of people are, you know, sick, family's sick. I mean, it would be very. I'll be out of touch if I was like sitting talking to you guys like I'm freaking unhappy, guys. You know, you're like, geez, what's wrong with him, right? The question is, am I satisfied?
No. Never.
Never. Yeah, never is a strong word, but yeah. So that's the difference there, though. But I am very unsatisfied. Okay, let's just put it that way. Okay, and we all should be. I think we all should be happy at all times. So as long as you know you're healthy and the people you care about is healthy, then you know. And we live in a free world, and you know, there's just so much to be grateful for. We all should be happy. But I think even if we did 250,000, or even if we did 300,000, I still wouldn't be satisfied. Okay, so that's kind of the mentality I want to share with you guys. We're happy, but we're very unsatisfied. All right, so let's go into our top performers. They're not here right now, but first of all, I congratulate Laura. She did 65,000, so let's congratulate her. Okay, the crazy stats about Laura is, anyone want to take a guess how many months she's won the Agent of the Month award?
For 8 years straight.
No, that would mean like the first day she worked, she was Agent of the Month. That would be amazing. Because when she started working here, there were other people before her, right? You know, I mean, it was like 3 and she was like the 4th person. Okay, so she wasn't like Agent of the Month at all. In fact, she wasn't even licensed. Okay, she had to get her license just like a lot of people are in your situation where she came in without a license. Okay, so she definitely took a while. Probably took like 5 years to become Agent of the Month. And I think that's very realistic in this situation too. Like, you guys aren't going to be thinking like, I'm going to be Agent of the Month next month. Right? Takes time, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. But the amazing thing is she's been now, since she's got it, starting 4 or 5 years ago, started winning it a few months here and there, but now she's won it 35 straight months. Crazy, right? Almost 3 full years now. Okay, so that speaks of the consistency and that she has. Other number of stats she has, she made the most phone calls, 809 phone calls. Okay, 40 hours on the phone, that also led our number one on our team. Most phone calls, most hours. She sold 3 commercial policies. It's going to be her 8-year anniversary, so this month, June 12th. So that's something that I want to celebrate with her too. We want to recognize her for that and for her loyalty. She made $55 an hour. A couple things too. She had 3 life policies that she was like, they're pretty big. She was like hoping that she was actually, it wouldn't be wrong to say expecting them to close. That would have really bumped up their numbers, but 3 people, they all didn't go through. So they were sick, or like one of them, they were smokers, and they said they weren't. And one other person, like maybe they got approved, but they just changed their mind. She was like, yeah, she was like laughing at it, like, damn, this happened, this happened, this happened. I was like, okay, wow, you're so positive, So that's one thing that I was like, wow, the emotional stability is required in this business to be able to like just move on to the next thing and not let that disappoint you at all was amazing. And another thing to throw it all off, during this whole time, 65,000 in premium, which is an amazing number if you think about it. During this whole month, she was buying a house. Okay, and buying a house, I don't know about you guys, but it's freaking stressful. It's a huge financial commitment. You're putting down all the money you saved. You're worried about, going to have to go to inspections and like walkthroughs, and like got to be in and out of the office taking calls and stuff like that. Dealing with family members and doing this and making like decisions with your spouse and stuff like that. It's like a lot going on when you buy a house. So to have her normal month actually be a little better than average month while going all through all that is something that I want to recognize her for. So let's all congratulate Laura again. It takes a lot of hard work, and a lot of patience. I think a lot of times, I ask people for their goals, and a lot of times you just hear, oh, I want to buy a house. Every interview almost, oh, I want to buy a house. Right? I'm like, okay, we'll see. Like, we're really, really willing to work that hard for that long. It's easy to say it, but to do it in Southern California, it's extremely hard. And this is something that I'm super proud of for her and Alex too, because it's definitely not something you usually do by yourself. You need a hardworking partner that's on the same page, that's motivating each other. So super proud of them. All right, and then Jasmine did 53,000. Okay, now that's 3 months in a row that she did 50,000 in a row. She took a little vacation, so she actually worked a little less hours. So her per hour looks really nice, $53 an hour she made. And part of that bumped her up a little bit is also because she referred Jaylene to us. So she got a $500 bonus. And just to make that clear, okay, we have that. Okay, if you guys refer somebody and they work here for 60 days, then you get a $500 bonus. If they have a license, you get a $1,000 bonus. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you guys know anybody that may be motivated and want to join a team like ours, let me know. Okay, so Jasmine, let's congratulate Jasmine for another great month. All right. That's on you guys. You guys can figure that out. At least something, right?
For real?
Yeah. But yeah, I think the gratitude should be vice versa too, right? A couple other people I want to recognize. Okay, Maria had her second best month ever, 17,000. Okay, that's a great month for her. 18,000 was her best month ever, all the way back in April 2018. I've been mentioning her name the last few results. First, our attendance started going up. Then her phone hours started going up. I was like, oh, this is great signs here. I was already knew like the sales are gonna catch up. Because if you're putting in work, because sales, it takes a little momentum, but you got the fundamentals of putting in the hours, being here, and just being on the phone. I knew the sales number was gonna eventually catch up. So for her to do 17,000, kind of like Laura, it wasn't easy, while pregnant. I have so much respect for that. It's something that's amazing. So let's congratulate for Maria for working hard all the way to the end while helping you guys out, a lot of you guys out, training. So great month for her. The best attendance, we have Jaylene with 101%. Congratulations. Yeah, yeah. So that's 2 months in a row, perfect attendance, more than perfect attendance. So that's great. I think Jasmine, that's something she guaranteed me when she introduced me to you. She will never miss work. I was like, okay, we'll see. And that's been true. That's been very true. So very dependable. That's great. I don't have the payment numbers yet. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, but I'll let you guys know. That's also a category that should get some recognition. And I was looking at the phone numbers. Phone call numbers, I'm really big on that. It really shows this activity level and how hard someone's working. Something kind of stood out to me, which is kind of rare for me to shout someone out this early, but Yaret's been here for 2 weeks because she was doing the electro stuff, the bag business, and then she's been here for 2 weeks. Already 201 phone calls and 10 hours in a half a month. So that's a pretty good activity. So I want to recognize that as well. All right, so we're gonna move on to July, okay? So we're already halfway into the year, second half of the year. All right, how are we doing so far, 2020?
Could be better.
Could be better?
Yeah.
Kind of same thing, right? Unsatisfied, but happy. As an agency, we're doing a lot better than last year. First 6 months has been very strong. Okay, we're growing agents. I'm still a little unsatisfied. You know, I feel like, hey, like I kind of want more people to take my money. Take my money, people. You know, get more hours. You know, be here. I've actually cut down the lead volume because like every Monday it's like, oh my God, I don't have enough people to work on these. You know, I never want to be like Spanish call and then no one's available. That to get someone to call us is a lot of money. You know, so I'm not just gonna just. First of all, I don't want to overwhelm everybody too. You know, so I've been kind of leaning back on it. You know. So want to have more licensed people here. You know, I want to have a lot of people doing 25,000, more people doing 40,000, more people doing 50,000. Like, kind of want you guys to like just make more money. Like, I want to give it to you guys. You know, so that's something that is on my mind right now. And something I want to share with you guys, the concept that's going to be a little harder to understand, maybe. It's kind of similar to being happy and unsatisfied. Those are like contradicting things, right? But this is another one I'm going to throw at you guys, okay? To be able for us to take to the next level, I want us to be patiently in a rush. Okay, how does being patient help?
Clearly, at least from my experience, having patience helps me clearly, helps me analyze an actual game plan versus being rushed. You can say something and it sounds really good, but once you do it, it's 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, that's so true. I think when you're like emotional, you never make right decisions, right?
Mm-hmm. So
You
I've
know?
learned, at least from my experience, never made temporary decisions never made choices out of temporary feelings.
Yeah. And I just thought of this right now. Maybe that's why temper is temporary.
Yeah.
You know, it's really bad to make decisions when you're emotional or when you have a temper. You never want to be in that situation. So when you're patient, you're not going to be in that state where you're making a bad choice, bad decision. Okay, so I love that, Yaret, because when you're patient, you look at the big picture. Okay, well, we had 200,000. That was a bad month for us, I would like to say, straight out. But I'm patient, like, oh, we're going to be fine. We have so much more months. You know, so I'm not going to be here in a bad mood, which is not going to help anybody. So being patient really helps you look at the big picture. Great one. How else does being patient help? Any other ways?
It's like you think twice, like when you're gonna make a decision.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of like, you know, look at it like in a more of a, very similar to what Yara said.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at the picture in different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. I'll share with you guys more examples of how patient helps you, okay? Laura, okay? First couple of years, I mean, when she first started, she was making $11 an hour, okay? And she wasn't even licensed, right? So this takes a lot of patience for her to stick it out for 8 years to get here, okay? Because to be really good at your job, you have to master it. And a lot of people don't have the patience to go through that process. They get, I don't know what it is, they just, they get a little frustrated. You're like 1 year in, it's like, oh, I only made this much more than last year. Or sometimes it's like, I didn't even make more. It's the same amount. This is bullshit. Let me just quit and just go into real estate. Let me go back to school. Let me, you know, yeah, let me just do something else. You see that all the time, where people just don't have the patience to stick it out that long to become really good at their jobs. Okay, and sometimes when you're also patient, you also try to make some shortcuts. Let me cheat. Let me do something that's illegal. Let me just, I really want to make money. I really want to show off to people. I really want to show people that I'm balling. That you'll make some stupid decision. You'll make some decisions where you'll buy stuff that you can't afford. That patience is such a game changer. When you have the patience, you have the realistic expectations to know that hey, it's gonna take some time. So even if it's not really going your way, you're not gonna take it hard on yourself. You're not gonna be like, this sucks, or what's wrong with me? You're gonna be like, no, this is what it's supposed to be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take some time. It takes a lot of time. And I think a lot of times people say, oh, life is short, right? Enjoy it. Life is long. You say life is short, let's party right now, that's gonna hit you later on. You're gonna get affected by that a long time. It's just so much time in our lives that people just don't have a good relationship with time. But once you understand that it's gonna take time, then you're gonna be able to go through the journey of the marathon. So being patient is super important. It also is important to be patient with our customers, wouldn't you guys say? And in sales too. You gotta understand what they're saying, really listen and pay attention to them. So patience also helps in what we do too, as far as providing better customer service and being able to sell really well too. All right, so, but you also have to be in a rush. Doesn't that sound like the exact opposite?
Yeah.
Because you could be patient, you could come to work every day and be like, oh, I'm fine. It's just gonna take time, so I'm not even gonna work hard. One day is not gonna make a difference, which is true. Well, one day of slacking off, it won't make that big of a difference. And you could actually not be putting the activity. So what does it mean to be in a rush? What kind of activities am I talking about?
But short-term goals.
Short-term goals?
Goals that you can probably accomplish in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Stay motivated.
Yeah, staying motivated.
Getting it done.
Consistency.
Yeah, so that's why I think a lot of times it makes sense to me when people say, hey, have short-term goals and have long-term goals. Both, right? And stay motivated, because some people could be here for 8 hours, another person could be here in 8 hours, and one person is just getting way more done. That person's in a rush. Okay, some people are just more in a rush. You get a lead, they're calling it right away. Some people send a lead and they're like, oh, or the list is okay, not getting worked on, or oh, they're not getting called as fast, or just being on time. Yeah, I'm in a rush to go to work. I'm on time. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And just some people are just working at such a faster pace that's they're in a rush, and that just makes a huge difference as far as how much you're producing. So you have to be both, which is the craziest thing. You have to be in a rush. You also have to be very patient. Okay, and that's what I want you guys to understand, because sometimes people are the exact opposite. People are super lazy and they expect things to happen in 1 year. It's the opposite. You have to be freaking in a rush, but you have to be patient. So you have to be hardworking, but you also have to have a real expectation of how much time it freaking takes to be able to buy a house. It takes so much time. It's freaking ridiculous. But if you know that, you're not going to get discouraged. Okay, what other ways can we be in a rush? So I have for you guys. Put the work, yeah.
The work, and we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, just working, really. Just in a rush. Okay, what's next? What am I going to do next? Some people just work at a faster pace, like I said. What about when we get an email from a client? Yeah. Clients like that, right? If you guys need help, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to be patient with them. I want to be like, okay, what's going on? I'm trying to help you out. I'm over here, they're trying to help you out, I'm in a rush. I have work at a faster pace. I'm walking fast, I'm going to the bathroom, forgetting my mask because I'm just walking fast, I'm already halfway there. I'm like, oh shit. Because I'm in a rush, So, but still wear your mask, okay, please. I don't want to get in trouble. But also leads, okay? Someone was like, okay, if someone says oh, my rates with a lead situation, you want to be able to do both systems really fast, right? Clients, besides price, the second biggest thing that makes a difference for what we do, between going with somebody or us, besides price, which you can't even control, The only difference maker that we have is speed. They call, we pick up right away. Oh, the other place I have to wait 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, can I get a quote? Yeah, sure. What's your name? Like, get right into it. Like, oh. Some other place was like, oh, let me call you back. I got your information. Let me have another agent call you back. They don't call back for an hour. You're already doing something else, right? Oh, okay. Well, here's the price with the renter's insurance, and then this much down. Like, yeah, this person's on it. And I can do it over the phone. Okay, let's get it set up. Okay. Oh, okay. That was easy. That actually makes a big difference. You know, even if you're more, they're like, oh, this person I like because obviously she knows what she's doing because she was able to give me a quote compared to this other person. I didn't have to go there. It just made it so easy for me. Oh, I got the paperwork. I was able to e-sign it. She walked me through that. That was fast. Because besides money, the only thing other people value besides money is what? Time. Some people value time more than money. Like, I'd rather pay more for something because it saves me time. You know, if I had to, like, you know, drive to freaking Costco or Staples to buy a bulk of piece of paper that big, carry it, I'll pay $100 more to have somebody just drop it off here. Okay, so speed is important. That's why being in a rush is important. So for a lot of you guys that are newer, I just want you guys to be always in a rush, okay? And don't expect things to happen that way, right away, though. Okay, work hard for 2 months, you're like, oh man, nothing really happened. Same situation, you know, didn't even make that much more. Well, it's only been 2 months, okay? Do it for 2 years, see where you're at, and that still may not even be. Laura took 5 years to become agent of the month, okay? Takes that much longer, and a lot of times people will try to like suck people in with like short-term promises. That's why I never do that. You know, even when I recruited Mike down, I said, hey, it's gonna take some time. You're gonna have to learn the system. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be, hey, you're gonna, you know, make 6 figures right away. Like, I don't like to, a lot of places recruit that way because they get people, and that's why they have high turnover because they don't have the right expectation. So once you have the right, you know, you're in touch with reality, hey, this is gonna take some long time, but I have to be in a rush all the time. That combination is something I wanna share with you guys, because once you understand that concept, you're gonna be in this marathon, sprinting through this marathon, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is normal. I'm going through it. I'm not gonna get discouraged, you're not get frustrated. You're gonna be like, okay, it's gonna take time, but it's a matter of time where I'm gonna be able to look back and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I came super freaking far. But don't be looking back every month expecting things to happen. It's like fitness. Some people will go to the gym one day, next day it's like, frick, I look the same. And they give up.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. It takes a long time. So just that continuous effort of just every day putting in the work, and just later on, years down the line, you'll be like, oh my God, that difference, all that work I put in made a huge difference. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand that concept. We've got a long ways to go. That 1 month means nothing to me. I just want you guys to always be here, working hard, and then have that patient ability, because I'm in it for the long term with you guys, and I want you guys to be too. All right? All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.